There's a quiet realization spreading across the West. People aren't rejecting faith. They're rejecting a version of it that feels powerless, politicized, and disconnected from real life. The noise is loud. The fear seems like it's constant. And wisdom has literally been pushed out of the seat of influence. Today, that changes. My name is Casto, and I want to officially announce the launch of LongPath Publishing. This isn't another content brand, it's not another conference stream, and it's definitely not a softer version of what already exists. It's a rally point. We're living in a moment of collapsing trust. Trust in government, trust in institutions, trust in leaders, even trust in the church as a legitimate voice or a meaningful voice inside of society. At the same time, the problems around us aren't getting smaller. They're actually getting more complex. Families are strained, economics are unstable, culture is fractured, and people are hungry for answers that go deeper than outrage and surface level spirituality. The truth is, we don't have a faith problem, we have a wisdom problem. In 2023, I released a book through Destiny Image. It was certainly confrontational, not for shock value's sake, but because it challenged systems that was exalting giftings and platforms and personalities at the expense of integrity, family, and faithfulness to the gospel. What surprised me wasn't the resistance. It was the realization that there was no table for that message. Not because it lacked clarity, not because it lacked fruit, but because it threatened a system built on conference Christianity, a system where proximity, performance, and brand safety mattered more than the truth that actually reforms a people. That's when it became clear. If there is no room for voices calling us back to the finished work of Christ, then a new table must be built. So we stopped asking for permission. And I want to say this plainly. We say that we honor fresh revelation, while clinging to American Christian ideals that don't align with historic orthodoxy. We say we value the next generation while making no real space for what God is doing through them. Guys, we've embraced fear-driven eschatology that trains people to escape the world instead of transforming it. We've overemphasized spiritual warfare while ignoring the finished work of Christ. We've confused nationalism with faith, noise with authority, platforms with fruit. And in the process, we've produced believers who are sincere but powerless. That ends here. The gospel is better than we were told. It's not fragile, it's not defensive, and it was never meant to live only inside of church buildings. The gospel of the kingdom restores people. It reforms systems and nations. It equips believers to become the answer to the problems around them. Not someday, not after escape, but here and now. See, when the finished work of Christ is preached clearly, fear loses its grip and wisdom returns to its rightful place. LongPath Publishing is a media company committed to exactly that. We exist to restore the power of the gospel to its original intent, to equip believers for influence in every sphere of society, and to build a platform for voices that the old systems have overlooked, ignored, or even dismissed. This launch begins with the Casto program, a weekly podcast and live stream where we cover kingdom reformation topics. We're going to talk about kingdom reformation. We're going to give cultural commentary through a kingdom lens. We're talking economics, leadership, family, creativity, and of course, faith in the public square. We're also launching family table conversations. This is long-form, honest conversations with friends and thinkers who inspire me deeply. No posturing, no performance, just friends and thinkers, kingdom people with wisdom sitting at the table. And alongside this, we're going to continue equipping leaders and entrepreneurs to use media, technology, and digital products to build wealth and influence without trading their lives, their families, or their integrity for a paycheck. Guys, this studio is built, it's furnished, it's fully funded. What determines the reach of this vision now isn't readiness, it's partnership. And I want to be very clear, we are inviting builders to partner with LongPath Publishing. Builders understand that movements don't scale on inspiration alone. They're sustained by shared ownership and shared responsibility. If you believe wisdom belongs back in the seat of influence, if you believe the gospel deserves a media platform that doesn't dilute it, if you believe the next generation needs more than recycled answers, then I want to invite you to build with us. You can partner today by visiting www.markcasto.co/donate. There you can choose to make a one-time gift or become a monthly builder partner. Once you partner, you'll be added to our builder email list. There, you're going to receive access to our weekly private builder calls. Guys, these aren't broadcasts. They're conversations. It's where we gather behind the scenes, sharing vision updates, hearing your story, answering your questions, and we're going to build this media company together. This isn't about funding content. It's about constructing infrastructure for renewal. We're not building this for attention. We're building it so wisdom has a home. So prophetic truth and the reality of the gospel has a voice. So the gospel is restored in its full power in our generation and never lost again in the next. This is a Christian media revolution, and revolutions are built by people willing to show up early. If that's you, welcome to the table. Welcome to LongPath Publishing.